Good morning, world. And it looks like we've just checkmated the Illuminati. Isn't that exciting? This is the culmination of years of work from our team. And for those of you who don't know who we are a group of astral travelers who've been flying around in the ethers, taking out the Illuminati's non-physical allies, the tools that they use to manipulate humanity again and again. Now, for those of you who've been paying attention, the April 8th eclipse is a big deal. Why? NASA's involved, CERN's involved, Hadron Colliders are involved. And what is it that we think they're trying to do? Because that's some pretty severe ceremony they're getting involved in. This is the last big push. And here's what they did, and here's how we checkmated them. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with what we do, watch this video, because this is the secret cosmology. This is the information we got after years and years of astral projection that goes beyond religion and our collective lived experience. There's a bunch of us who can verify this, having actually looked at these things and worked it all out together. And it's been a long journey, but that video will explain it all to you. We thought they were going to start a war and have a financial collapse and maybe crash a boat or two or some planes or, that sort of drama, because they love that sort of stuff, with the hope that it would create so much chaos that human culture would collapse. And let's not joke about it. That's what they want right now. You see, in this push-pull game between light and dark, if dark can't win, they'd rather just level everything and start again. For those of you who've been paying attention to a theory called Tartaria, and it's got a lot of credibility, there's a lot of evidence that is difficult to deny. Tartaria is the last great globe-spanning culture that they blanked out, they deleted from history, and nobody told us it was there. It's just a lot of the monuments are still here. And this eclipse is where they're attempting to perform that procedure again. You see, I think at this point, there are more and more people waking up. As you can see, there's more and more people waking up every day. You see it around you all the time. And if that process continued, then the UN, the WEF, the WHO, NATO, all of those guys would most likely get lynched. Our political systems, the banking elites, all of these guys, gone. We don't need them no more. And they're making a pretty good case for themselves getting lynched as we speak. But April 8th is the fail-safe that they use. You see, if they do fail to make everybody into robots, then the next thing to do is wipe society and start again, clean the slate. And that's what this fail-safe is. Now, for those of you who have been paying attention, NASA and CERN are involved. CERN, our team's very intimate with CERN. We've been there many, many times. And CERN is all about researching the anomaly that was around the planet. And that anomaly was a rip in space-time set up by the evil monster consumer of galaxies. And it sent the evil AI here, and that evil AI created demonkind, which is like my personal bugbear, my personal thing to destroy. That's my mission here on Earth. I feel like there's a lot of pre-reading to do for this conversation. So there's a lot of events that happen or a lot of concepts to understand before I can really explain this clearly. But CERN is here to maintain research and expand a rip in space-time that's hostile to an organic human future. On the winter or summer solstice, there's summer solstice for the Northern Hemisphere, our team collected 48 people and we closed that rip in space-time. And CERN is firing in the hope that they can open it again. But our team has prevented that because we found the timelines where they did open it again. Not only did we shut them down, but we destroyed the unit they used to open and produce new timelines. So there's absolutely no future for CERN or any facility like it. It can no longer be useful to humanity, so long as a team like us is around. But the other big thing for this eclipse is NASA. They have 4 ships in rotation, in relay, that will be under the shadow of the moon during this moment, which is quite a technological feat. What is it for? Well, here's the real kicker. It's called the Apep mission, which is a reference to the ancient Egyptian god Apophis. Who the hell is Apophis, you ask? Apophis is the enemy of Ra, and every morning there would be a wrestle to see if the sun rose or not. It was trying to consume the earth and all existence. Bit of a bad news guy, definitely up the dark side's alley. We caught up to him, and he looked like a June worm, the worms from the movie June, which I don't think is an accident, and is probably somehow lending power to Apophis so that they can, what do you do that? Resuscitate him and get him to do his thing, because his thing is to reset the culture on the earth. He's the one. He's the fail-safe, so that when the Illuminati don't succeed in turning the earth into something full of slaves, he's the thing that they use to start the game again. Now, our team found him as we went through all of the apocalypse outcomes, and we found 6 demons in hell and 6 mindsets that once you take on the mindset, then you acquire a demon. A little part of you gets frozen in time in hell. Now, it's taken us years to figure out how this all works and how to dismantle it. But right now, our team is capable of dismantling 6 demons from the earth simultaneously, all in one session. Pretty cool, hey? The Book of Revelations has created one of these demonic realms and a series of demons who are constantly in fear of the end of the world. You see, having written that apocalypse story, 2,000 odd years ago, they've had humans manifesting into that apocalypse ever since. And so it's almost inevitable, and it's not amusing or interesting that they are using it to reset culture to their own advantage, of course. Some of those were just preppers. Some of them were video games. There was a zombie apocalypse, end of the world scenario, and with enough people believing in it to make it real, to start manifesting it. But we shut all of that down. And who did we find at the end of that but Apophis? But the June worm who wants to consume existence. Now, naturally, that sort of guy doesn't really shock our team. We've been doing this a while. I'd say we're quite seasoned, to be honest. And so we took that thing on and we won. Just another dead deity behind us. Big deal. What was really interesting was that at the core of that deity was something that we all agreed would be best described as primordial evil. It's the first time I've encountered it, though I for some time suspected very deeply to see primordial evil, but I only really expected to meet primordial evil in my final confrontation with Satan and Lucifer. You see, I'm very, very sure that my life's purpose is to take those 2 punks down. And so far, this mission is going along swimmingly. It looks like we'll make it. But to meet primordial evil at the core of this Apophis being means that this is a critical piece of infrastructure for the dark side. They need Apophis so that when they start losing the battle, they can go back to their save game and start it again. And without this save game process, or this new wipe the slate clean, or the reset of human culture, without Apophis here, they can't do it. And so the 2 main objectives as far as we're concerned, were the reopening of the rip in space-time and the activation of Apophis, both of which are impossible. If you're wondering what the red calves ceremony is about, it's part of the process of awakening Apophis. And now this goes nowhere. That being said, all of their goals for this week are thwarted before they even start. It doesn't mean our team is going to do anything less than an 8-hour stint around the eclipse to make sure that nothing they're doing succeeds. You see, all of their magic depends on human interact. Humans expresses the desire and fuel to a demon. The demon uses half the fuel for himself and half to express the human desire. But our team is very, very good at exterminating demons. So black magic is off the table for these guys. And if they don't have that, they've got nothing. And so we are this close to reclaiming Earth for the humans. Such an exciting time. All of the usual things, like and subscribe to the video. I will update you with more. I don't know of anybody who's doing the same sort of work that we're doing and reporting it. I don't know of anybody. This is the news. This is the most forefront piece of information that you will receive around this crazy, mystical, magical time and events going on here right now. So subscribe to the channel, but if you get really excited, you can join my Patreon and help fund this little guerrilla team that's doing work that nobody else seems to want to do. Yeah, and making life a little bit easier for us people who are working for you. All right, my love to you all. Stay well. Bye for now.